Bolder one about a different quarterback from Mike T.
Greedy, I love Love. Give me Jordan Love. Give me Jordan Love in the regular season, giving me as the MVP and a Super Bowl champion. And here's why. Guys, he was 18-1, touchdowns to interception last season towards the end, 6-2. And they took the 49ers all the way to the end of that playoff game. They are young, they are deep, they are talented. I mean, we don't even have time to talk about Tucker Kraft, Octavius Wicks. Their one weakness was their offensive line, and they drafted Jordan Morgan in the first round. I just think Jordan Love, when you talk about the tape sets the floor and the character sets the ceiling, his ability to me, this is a guy that really has a chance to be a Hall of Famer, and I love his athleticism. I love his pre-snap decisiveness, and this team is loaded with weapons.
Yeah, I love him too. Lewis, there is a certain segment of the football, media pop. But I think just of football fans in general, and I happen to be among them, who are totally bought in, 100% bought in. Don't feel the need to see more. Absolutely positive that Jordan Love is the real deal. The reality is it's still a small sample size. Which side of this are you on, Lewis? Are you 1,000% on board that he's going to be the next great one?
Without a question. Without question. Outside of Patrick Mahomes, if you were telling me what quarterback would you want if you were starting a new franchise today, it would be Jordan Love. And obviously their general manager in Green Bay, Brian Gutekunst, he feels the same way. He feels the same way. That's why they're betting on the future. Contracts are supposed to represent future performance projection, as Mike Tannenbaum knows better than anybody. Well, they're projecting that this dude is going to do the kind of things that are on that scroll on the bottom right there. Win MVPs and win Super Bowls. And I wouldn't bet against it at all. And the thing about it is, all of his primary weapons, they're all young. They're all first, second, third year players. They all have that kind of college camaraderie of saying, hey, look, we're going to take the Packers to new heights. We all came in here together. We're all going to do this together. That's a powerful, powerful force. And he's the head of the snake, so to speak, man. Look, I'm with him. I'm with it. This is the dude I would want. This is the dude.
Okay. This is, we can skip over what the other people are going to say. This is the real deal for Jordan Love. It's funny because people were very hesitant to crown him. And now it does feel like the media is slowly but surely starting to buy in more and more and more. And we talk about how, and I get it, how we have some of these quarterbacks who have just a great year or a 8, 9, 10, however many game sample size, and they're just like, it's too limited. We can see them fall off. When you look at the throws that he's making and what he's doing, these aren't fluke things. When we look at some of these other quarterbacks who have had just a great single year, you can point to a lot of film where it's like, oh, that quarterback just threw it up and it just so happened to be caught by their wide receiver. Or, oh, wow, they played a run of like really, really bad defenses. Or they were on a stacked team. They had a stacked roster. And then as soon as they had to pay everyone and move on from some guys, it kind of went downhill. Right? You could point to very specific things that led to a great single year, then only for them to kind of come back down to earth. That's not the case. If Jordan Love came back down to earth, so to speak, I would find it absolutely shocking. It would mean that he then lost the ability to throw the ball, essentially. He lost the ability to throw the ball as accurately as he does. And his decision-making just became all flustered and he just can't function. And he would have to turn into an absolute pumpkin. He would have to be doing essentially the opposite of what he has been doing. And I just struggle to see how that could be. It's not like he was just being able to take advantage of just like a perfect pocket with nothing. Wide open, wide receivers. That once defenses start to make things more uncomfortable for Jordan Love, then he's just gonna, panic and be bad. That's not what I see at all. So yeah, it's a bold prediction, right? That's why it said bold predictions. Can Jordan Love win MVP and the Super Bowl this season? I definitely think it's on the cards. I feel like I say this now every Green Bay Packers video, that they are dynasty building. I think that they are en route to trying to build a dynasty. I'm not saying that they have a dynasty. I'm not saying they're going to have a dynasty, but that is what they're working on. That's what Louis Riddick was kind of also talking about, how young this team is and how they're all coming together. If they come together and can keep everyone together, and Jordan Love proves to truly be as elite and top level as a lot of people think he is, or can be, or will be, then yeah, how could they be anything but a top 2, top 3 team year after year after year for the next like 3, 4, 5 years? The only thing that stops them is just just injuries, which we can say about a lot of teams, but it would be unique to this team because this team is going to be so good, so young, and not have to worry about paying these guys right now, or the guys that they have paid, they've taken care of. And quite frankly, if Jordan Love is as elite as they think, if he really is number 2 only to Patrick Mahomes, then they got him for an absolute steal. Because Brock Purdy might be signing a contract for like and Dak Prescott for like $65 million. And they got what? Jordan Love essentially, who comes out to like 55 or whatever the final number ends up being. So it ends up being then it ends up being like kind of a nice little discount. Not unlike what happened with Patrick Mahomes. And if Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers can win a Super Bowl or 2 within the next couple of years, within the next like 3-4 years, within Jordan Love's contract, I believe, this is what I'm starting to believe, I believe that he will take a more discount. He will start to ring chase, and I mean that in a positive way, not a negative way. Patrick Mahomes is ring chasing. He's taking team-friendly deals, discounts. He is trying to win as many Super Bowls as he can because he knows a couple things. 1, he makes that money back on the back end by winning. And 2, that's what it takes to be considered the GOAT. I think we see other quarterbacks not always want to take a discount when they don't win early in their career, when they don't win a Super Bowl, because it's kind of like, well, listen, no one's saying that I'm the GOAT. I want to win a Super Bowl, but I want to get paid. Also, once you win, it gets addicting, and you want to keep winning. You only want to win. You go, oh, wow, when I hold the Lombardi Trophy, it's a lot more fun, and I'm getting a lot more ad revenue right now. I'm getting a lot more people reaching out to me to be in commercials and stuff. Interesting. You start to see it. You feel it. You experience it. And I think if Jordan Love, let's say the Packers win the Super Bowl this year, or just even next year, people will start to talk about, can Jordan Love be the best quarterback in the NFL? Can Jordan Love surpass Patrick Mahomes? Those are they're already kind of talking about it now, loosely. No one's saying it directly right now because he obviously has to win. But if he wins this year, people will absolutely say, can Jordan Love pass Patrick Mahomes? And the only way you do that is by winning Super Bowls. So I think that if Jordan Love can win a Super Bowl within the next couple of years or so, maybe 2, he will take more team-friendly deals. He will not try to just maximize all his money. Because 1, he already got a huge contract. And 2, he's going to see how the money comes in when you win. He's going to be on Saturday Night Live. He's going to be in the State Farm commercials, right? He's going to see all that money. And people are going to start to say, hey, you could be the GOAT. You're actually like in the running now to be a GOAT. To be one of the top quarterbacks in the history of the NFL. And you got to win Super Bowls to do that. And I believe Jordan Love will want that. But it's a little bit harder of a sell if the Green Bay Packers don't win a Super Bowl. If they don't win a Super Bowl within the next 3-4 years, and Jordan Love's now up for a contract, and he's like, well, hey, I took us to a few NFC Championship games, and you want me to take a discount? Like, I'm doing everything I can here. No way. Right? That's kind of what we saw with Dak Prescott. And believe me, I think Jordan Love is way better than Dak Prescott. So don't get lost in the comparison. I just think that that's a common trajectory. Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, when these quarterbacks aren't winning and they're not in these early, top-level GOAT conversations, I think they feel a little bit less incentivized to say, okay, I'll take a more team-friendly deal. That's just the way how I'm thinking this is starting to shape up. That seems to be a pattern that I'm starting to observe. So I think what Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers can do this season, absolutely. The sky's the limit for them. I think Jordan Love, and I'm going to say this because I assume I'll be making another video. I don't know if it's going to post today or tomorrow, depending on, I guess, whenever you're watching this, for the predictions of who's going to win the division. Between mainly, I guess, really the Packers, the Lions, and the Bears. And I'll say that to me, at the end of the day, it'll all come down to who Jordan Love is. He is the absolute wild card for that. Whereas if he is truly a top quarterback in the NFL and is as good as everyone is saying, then I think the Packers will win that division. If he's just a really great quarterback, a good to great, similar to kind of what we saw last year, then I think the Lions would still potentially be able to win that division, just because they are a little bit ahead in terms of their team's progression and what they can do. But if Jordan Love is for real, who I believe he will be, then that's a difference maker right there. That's a difference. That's how you then beat the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. That's how you beat Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions. That's how you beat Brock Purdy and the 49ers. By Jordan Love. By Jordan Love being the difference maker. If he's just a great quarterback and a great leader for that team, that's still not bad, then you're still going to win. You can still win even Super Bowls, but it won't be the ultimate card to drop to be like, we got Jordan Love. Not unlike how Kansas City Chiefs get to say, we got Patrick Mahomes. It don't matter who gets injured. It doesn't matter who goes down. It doesn't matter that our offense isn't that great. We got Patrick Mahomes. He will put us in a situation where we can win any game. So it's going to be so fascinating to see. Does Jordan Love enter that conversation and be that level quarterback? I think he will. What that actually ends up looking like in practice, don't know. But I'm so excited to see how it all unfolds. To me, CJ Stroud and Jordan Love are the top two quarterbacks that I think are going to be in the running for MVP. But it is going to be so fascinating to see. I really can't wait. But those are just my thoughts. I would absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think? Do you think that Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers will win the MVP and the Super Bowl this season? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I would absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.